Hey YouTube, today I'm going to be showing you how we're going to replace the floor pans on a 96 Jeep Cherokee. As you can see, it's ready for some floor pans. Plenty of rust here. The other side was worse. I already patched it, and the rear hatch area was patched too. But basically, I came in here and with a screwdriver I busted up, because this was still kind of solid, and I busted through it with a screwdriver and knocked all the loose stuff off. And then I mean, if you really care about your vehicle, you could sand it and whatnot, but I'm just gonna spray it down with some brake cleaner, wipe it down as best I can, and then I'm gonna spray some rust reformer on it. And then once that kind of dries, I'm gonna spray some undercoating on it, and then we'll be taking some sheet metal, just cutting it to fit, and then I'm gonna weld it in there. But if you don't have a welder, you can use what's called pop rivets, and you've just got to drill holes and then use a little rivet gun in it. But yeah, so oh, and before we put the sheet metal down, we're going to caulk around the edging, that way it seals up tight. Okay guys, so I got it all sprayed out, and now I put a coating of that rust reformer directly on the rust, and then I undercoated the rest of it. So now, if it's like a nicer Jeep and you want it to be a better job, I would recommend getting cardboard and making like a template out that covers this whole area. On the other side, I just kind of winged it. Just trying to take some measurements and then draw it out on a piece of sheet metal and just start cutting. That's probably what I'm gonna do. Actually, that is what I'm gonna do. So I mean, the carpet's gonna cover it up anyways. I just don't want water to get in here. So while this is drying, I'm gonna go start cutting on that. And also, if you have any like small holes, like over here, I've got like a, I don't know if you can see that, I kind of filled it with undercoating, but there is a small hole there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put some silicone in that. And if there's any other small holes, like I guess here's a small hole there, I think you can see that, but I'm gonna fill that with silicone before I even put my sheet metal down. So, all right, I'll get that cut. Okay guys, so I got my floor pan cut out, fits in there pretty good. I need to get this taped out of the way a little better, but I cut a slot here, not all the way through so I could bend it easier, and then I cut a couple pieces there. Right now, still got to push down to get it there, but I should be able to fill that gap with silicone pretty easily. And then I'll just crank the welder up and find the frame here, and I'll just burn through and seal it in there. But before you actually want to put this down, I'm going to pull this back out of here. I'm going to paint the underneath side of it, let it dry, and then I'm going to take some silicone all the way around the edge here. Alrighty. So we got the front floor pan in now. As you can see, I should have taken a video before I sealed it all up, but it started to rain. But it's under there. I had it shoved up as far as I could. I was able to tack it a whole bunch here and there, and then I just siliconed the hell out of it, and then I undercoated it, and now I gotta let it dry. But this time I went ahead and I got the big tube of silicone because it was cheaper and I was going through so much, and it's better quality silicone. But it should be all sealed up now. And then this side here, I still got to cut out the floor pan for it. Okay, but I'm going to run a line of caulk around where the edge of this is going to sit. I'm going to run it on here though. Now I will warn you, when you do that, the caulk is likely to catch on fire whenever you're tacking it down on the edges. I didn't really bother me. I just, you know, made sure my carpet didn't catch on fire. But yeah, that's how the rest of it went. And then I'm gonna lay a fat layer of caulk down on top of it and let it set up, and then I'm gonna bed liner the top of it. Not bed liner, undercoat the top of it. And then once that dries, put the carpet back down.